Unbelievable day in court today, Nez Nation. I'm doing a bonus video. I was not planning on doing this bonus video because it's just absolutely outrageous what occurred today. I'm still kind of totally flabbergasted and just shocked. I mean, it's just absolutely incredible. Fake Don, the judge, Juan Merchan, absolutely lost it. Lost it. I'm just not going to believe what happened. I'm going to go through everything with you. Now, I'm not going to cover every single thing that happened in court today. I'm not going to cover the bombshell news that Cohen admitted to stealing from Trump Organization. I did a couple of videos on this earlier, as well as him admitting that everything he's doing, he confessed that this is all just a financial gain. I've got other videos where I go into extreme detail on everything that he said earlier. What I'm going to focus on, I'll leave those videos at the end, or just go to YouTube and Rumble. I'm going to focus on the defense calling Robert Costello, 51-year veteran of the Southern District of New York. He's been a prosecutor, highly, highly credible. Remember, we did a video on him. If you forgot who this guy is, here's just a quick video. He testified before Congress with our boy, Representative Jim Jordan. Check out this quick clip.
Yes, Mr. Costello, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Donald Trump. Who said that?
Michael Cohen about 10 to 20 times.
So not just once, multiple times he told you that while you were his attorney, while you were in consultation with your client, he said that multiple times.
He not only said that multiple times, but he said that after I said to him, knowing that he was suicidal, Michael, think about this. Isn't it easier to cooperate against Donald Trump than it is to kill yourself? And he still said, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything.
When you laid it all out, you said, dude, you better cooperate. If you got something truthful on the president, you better let me have it or you're in trouble. And he came back with the exact same statement. I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Trump.
That is correct. And that was my obligation to do that, to fully inform him of what his escape route was, as he called it.
And then he changed his story, right? Then he went on TV and changed his story.
Exactly. He changed his story. He turned around, and he's the only one who can do that. You have to believe Michael Cohen in order to convict Donald Trump if there's actually a crime there, which there isn't. But that's an issue for an appellate court.
I want to read another statement, another line from your statement. You said, Alvin Bragg refused my offer. What was the offer?
My offer was to come to his office and sit down, let him look me in the eye, and see if I'm telling the truth. When I had all these documents that showed that Michael Cohen simply was not a reliable witness, that his predecessors in the Southern District of New York decided after they spoke to me with the FBI that Michael Cohen wasn't reliable, and they never used him again for anything.
Why wouldn't Alvin Bragg talk to you? Why do you think?
You'd have to ask him that.
So there you have Robert Costello, highly credible. I believe every word he says. He's got no stake in this, no skin in the game. He's been a prosecutor for 51 years from the Southern District of New York. I mean, you can't find a more credible witness. So before Costello took the stand, here we go by the play-by-play. Judge Merchan ruled he would allow the defense to question him about two alleged inconsistent statements in Cohen's testimony and to offer some rebuttal to his testimony. But the judge said he's not going to allow this to become a trial within a trial. Of course, because he's completely biased. That's why. So Costello testified that in a meeting shortly after federal authorities searched Cohen's home, office, and hotel room in April of 2018, a manic Cohen asked about an escape route for his legal problems. Quote, he kept on pacing back and forth, left and right, Costello said. He said, my life is shattered. My family's life is shattered. I don't know what's going to happen, end quote. Costello said he told Cohen the matter could be resolved quickly, quote, if he had truthful information about Donald Trump and he cooperated. And then he repeats what he told Jim Jordan, quote, I swear to God, Bob, I don't have anything on Donald Trump. Costello testified that Cohen lamented to him, quote, I don't understand why they're trying to put me in jail over non-disclosure agreements, and disclosed that he'd arranged one with Daniels. But Costello said Cohen told Trump, quote, knew nothing about the hush money paid to the porn actor. Quote, Michael Cohen said numerous times that President Trump knew nothing about those payments, that he did this on his own, and he repeated that numerous times, Costello testified. You can just imagine, picture the fake Don Judge Juan Merchan, picture Alvin Bragg, picture the prosecution. They're all just, picture MSNBC, CNN, picture all the corporate state, leftist woke mind media. Picture how they're feeling right now. Costello rips Cohen to shreds in the credibility department. And he's saying this for the record. Not only did he say this before Congress, but now in this trial on the record for everybody in the whole world to see. Hey, this is where things get really crazy. Costello aggravated Mershon repeatedly in his testimony. You can imagine why. By making comments under his breath and continuing to speak after objections were sustained. At one point, frustrated as he was again, cut off by a sustained objection, Costello remarked, "Geez." He said, "Geez, so what?" And then a peeved Mershon said, "I'm sorry? I'm sorry?" "Strike it, I'm," Costello replied, cutting himself off. At another point, he called the whole exercise, quote, "ridiculous." Can you blame the guy? He's absolutely right. This is a guy who's seen literally everything. He's been doing this longer than most of us have been alive. And he sees this as a complete sham. There's nobody better to ascertain and to identify what the real kind of truth is about this trial than Robert Costello. And then Judge Mershon closed the courtroom, briefly forcing reporters into the hallway after he admonishes Costello for his behavior. "Mr. Costello," Mershon said, "I want to discuss proper decorum in my courtroom. When there's a witness on the stand, if you don't like my ruling, you don't say, 'geez.' You don't give me side eye and you don't roll your eyes." What are we in kindergarten here? This is a grown man, a highly respected legal expert in the criminal justice system. He has served the Southern District of New York for 50 plus years. You're going to treat him like a child? You wasteful, pathetic excuse, biased, bought and sold judge. You're going to chastise him like he's an 11-year-old? And then just to make matters worse, he says this. Listen to this. Listen to the audacity of this insane judge. Quote, "Are you staring me down right now? Clear the courtroom right now. Clear the courtroom." That is a direct quote, ladies and gentlemen. "Are you staring me down right now? Clear the courtroom right now. Clear the courtroom." Direct quote from this insane, bonkers judge in an insane, bonkers trial. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments. This seems like a scene straight out of General Hospital. I don't know what is going on here. I mean, you can't write this stuff. Let me know in the comments what you think of that. After the fireworks over Costello's testimony, Bove tried to get at one of the main reasons he said he called the attorney to the stand to rebut any suggestion from prosecutors that Costello was part of an effort to arm twist Cohen to stay loyal to Trump. "Mr. Costello, did you ever put any pressure on Michael to do anything?" Bove asked. "No," Costello testified. He said he considered Cohen a client and had only his interests, not Trump's, in mind during their interaction. Right after this, the defense asked Judge Mershon for an order dismissing the case immediately. Trump lawyer Todd Blanche argued there's absolutely no evidence that the filings were false. The business records were not false. There's no disputing that Mr. Cohen provided legal service for President Trump in 2017. Blanche argued that prosecutors have failed to prove their case, and there's no evidence of falsified business records or an intent to defraud. Blanche underscored that Trump was in the White House while Cohen was being repaid, far removed from Trump Organization offices where Cohen's invoices and checks were being processed. Trump signed the checks in the White House, but he was doing so because Cohen was performing legitimate legal services for him, as his personal attorney, Blanche, argued. Listen to this snide, repulsive, awful, egregious response. This judge is a piece of work. As Trump would say, what a nasty, nasty person you are, Judge Mershon. I hope you're watching this. I hope your kids are watching this. I hope your grandkids are watching this. You are a nasty, anti-American traitor. There is not a semblance, not a molecule of impartiality in this case, and you know it. History is going to take a giant shit all over you, Mershon. Trump attorney Blanche beseeched the judge to, quote, not let this case go to the jury relying on Mr. Cohen's testimony, arguing Cohen had not only lied repeatedly under oath, fact, in the past, but he was lying again in this trial. But Judge Merchan appeared unmoved by the argument, asking the defense attorney whether he believed that, quote, as a matter of law, this person's not so worthy of belief that it shouldn't even be considered by the jury. That's why you request a mistrial when the witness is so unbelievable, when the witness is beyond any scope of truth, any scope of even giving them the time of day in court. That's why you ask for a mistrial. That's why you ask to dismiss it. Yes, there's no point. And then Blanche said that he did. You said his lies are irrefutable, the judge replied. But do you think he's going to fool 12 New Yorkers into believing this lie? That's what Judge Merchan's response was. What a lunkhead. What a complete, abysmal excuse for an officer of the court. Judge Merchan said he'll decide later on defense motion to dismiss the case and adjourned trial. Where we stand now is once the defense rests this case, Judge Merchan says he plans on sending the jury home until closing arguments the day after Memorial Day. If the defense rests Tuesday as expected, that'll mean the jury will be away for the trial for a full week. As the day was winding down, Trump lawyer Emil Bovy advised Merchan the defense isn't planning on calling any other witnesses after Costello, though they may still campaign finance expert Bradley A. Smith for very limited testimony. They haven't definitely said Trump won't testify, but that's the clearest indication yet that he'll waive his right to take the stand in his own defense. I throw this off to you, Nez Nation. I want to hear from you. There is no doubt about this. This is, I could hurl every single adjective you can imagine. Circus show, sham, fraudulent, complete carnival, utter disgrace, embarrassment to America, which it is. But I want to hear from you. What do you guys think of this? What do you think of Merchan clearing the courtroom and acting like some petulant thug? Are you staring me down? Are you staring me down? Clear the... That's not... Is this just another byproduct of DEI? Cash Money G, unethical, unprofessional. Letitia James, unethical, unprofessional. Jack Smith, caught in the biggest lie scandal ever, and mainstream media is not talking about it. Alvin Do Nothing Bragg, complete farce. It just gets Judge Merchan. It just gets worse and worse and worse. Every single one of these cases is built on absolutely nothing. No substantive, evidentiary, concrete proof that proves the president did anything wrong. Literally. Not one shred of proof. It's all just politicized, weaponized, a complete miscarriage of justice, probably the biggest miscarriage of justice in the history of our country. I say that with full confidence. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments what you think. God knows what tomorrow is going to bring. God knows what the rest of this week is going to bring, but you got to stay tuned. You got to follow. You got to subscribe. I'm telling you, because I'm going to keep you up to date on everything. Consider becoming a Nez Nation Insider. That's our free newsletter in the pinned comment, show notes, and description. It's free. All you got to do is just give us your best email, boom, and you're in. You'll never miss out. You get all the latest right to your inbox. Sometimes even if you subscribe to our channel or follow us, sometimes you don't always get notified. I don't know why, but there's some quirks to it. Maybe even you could say, dare I say, some censorship going on there, suppression maybe. A lot of channels that don't fall in line with the woke ideologies, they tend to get shadow banned. But that's your sure-proof way in the pinned comment and in the show notes. Check out these videos coming up on the screen right now, especially this one. These are the ones I was telling you about today. If you want to know what happened before Costello took the stand, as always, God bless you and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.